Good morning, Westfield Middle School. Today is Tuesday, April 20th, 2021. This broadcast will end with a message from Mr. Hall about the return of all students together next week. So keep watching until the end. You will want to know this information. I am Andrew.
And I am Axel, and here are your announcements. Congrats to the Explorer Team Students of the Month from March. These students demonstrated honesty and integrity that was noticed by their SRTs. Max Fisher, Romel Atwood, Emerson Durkees, Hadley Teague, Corey Wilhelm, Brian Cutthrough, Kyan Money, Ben Hawker, Kion Chisholm, Parker Richard, Gabby Sweeney, Reese Miller, Cooper Kraft.
Congratulations to the following band and choir students who earned a gold or silver medal at ISSMA solo and ensemble competition this year. These students were brave enough to perform musical solos and ensembles in front of a judge and be rated on their performances. We are so proud of our WMS musicians.
Have you ever thought about joining a music class like choir, but just haven't given it a try? 7th graders, as you think about scheduling your electives next year.
Hi, my name is Mrs. Smith, and I'm the Choral Director at Westfield Middle School. I'm here to personally invite you today to think about joining choir next year in 7th or 8th grade. We definitely take students of all types, of all backgrounds, of all experience levels in choir. You don't have to have had prior singing experience to join. We will take it from the beginning and help you learn. This is a class where I think students like to come because they feel relaxed in here. They're able to take a little bit of a mental break just from some of their more rigorous academic courses and take 45 minutes to express themselves through music. If you've never thought about singing before, I definitely would love to have larger groups next year. With COVID, we've taken a little bit of a hit in numbers, and I would love to see more students that can experience the joy of music through singing. So we will take voice types of all types, but I, of course, always need more male singers. So anyone who has ever thought about maybe like, wow, I kind of like to sing, I highly encourage you to join choir. And this is a great opportunity for you to kind of see if you like doing this, and it might be something that you would like to be involved with at the high school. And you'll make a lot of friends there as well. So anyway, if you have any questions, feel free to email me or message me in Canvas, and I look forward to meeting many of you next year.
Nick Farrell had the hot hand on Monday, tallying 4 hits and leading the 7th grade baseball Rocks. The Rocks won 22-3 over Noblesville East Middle School. Farrell singled in the first, singled in the second, singled in the third, and doubled in the fourth. The Millers scored 3 runs in the first inning, but the Rocks still managed to pull out the victory. The Rocks got things moving in the first inning. Clayton Walther drew a walk, scoring 1 run. The Rocks put up 11 runs in the 4th inning. Brody Sutton, Aiden Grebkowski, Josh Newton, Nick Farrell, Beck Jordan, and Brock Parker all moved runners across the plate with RBIs in the inning. Newton led things off on the mound for the Rocks. Newton lasted 3 innings, allowing 3 hits and 3 runs, and striking out 4. The Rocks got 16 hits. Farrell, Newton, Sutton, Parker all had multiple hits for the Rocks. Back to Andrew.
All WMS wrestlers who wrestled during this past season will meet on Wednesday and Tuesday during their SRT in Coach Abriani's room.
On Sunday, April 18th, Lucas Bland and Quinn Hampton competed in an Indiana Bass Nation Youth Junior Tournament at Patoka Lake. Quinn hooked a 6.93-pound big bass, which was enough to take first place in the tournament, where teams could weigh up to 5 fish. Great job, guys.
And now a word from Mr. Hall.
Hey, Westfield Middle School, it's Mike Hall, principal here. Welcoming you all back in April when we come back full time with all of our student body. We are really looking forward to getting you guys back in the building. There are going to be some updates and changes that we wanted to bring you up to speed on. So we're going to take a quick tour of the building. Why don't you join me? Hey, Westfield Middle School, one of the biggest changes you're going to see when we come back with our full student body population is we're opening up the second serving area in our cafeteria. Why don't you come in and join me for a quick tour? In the new serving area, we've got a live kitchen. So we've got a live grill that'll be serving some live food for you, cooked live, maybe some hamburgers, fajitas, something like that. We'll head over into the other section, and this is going to be a lot of the same stuff that you see on the other side. We're going to have some nachos potentially over here, maybe some of that Mexican food, hamburgers, chicken patties, those types of things are going to be in this area. But again, we'll have 2 serving areas. You pick whatever side you want to go to, but we're really excited to open up this part of our new cafeteria. You may have noticed that we've added some new seating here in the cafeteria. We've got 6-foot gray tables. We moved the high tops over, and then we actually added a new section of seating. Again, 4 students per table. That's going to stay the same even when we come back. Some of you may be thinking, man, how are we going to fit everybody in here? We've done the math. We've got the room. 4 students per table. You're still going to sign your name for assigned seating, and then we'll also open up the library for some additional seating. Here we are in the locker bay area. Just a heads up, we know that we've allowed you to carry backpacks throughout the year, but because class sizes are going to be larger, we're asking you to start to put your backpack back in your locker. Some of you maybe haven't even used your locker in a long time. If you need us to remind you of your locker number or your locker combination number, see your SRT teacher and they'll be able to help you get those 2 things. Hey guys, here we are on a bus. As you can imagine, when we come back with more students on April 28th, it's going to be important that you know your assigned seat and stay in your assigned seat so that we are better able to contact Trace.
Hi WMS, I'm Mrs. Trambaugh. Now that you've heard from Mr. Hall, here is some helpful advice from Mr. Spinner.
The first piece of advice I have is to recognize what you can control. Can't control coronavirus, you can't control other people, but you can control how you respond and the choices that you make. So the first piece of advice is focus on what you can control. Second piece of advice is take a gradual approach. You don't have to do everything at once. You don't have to rush into things. Slow down and do things just a little slower so you don't feel so rushed and stressed out. The third thing is maybe journal your thoughts. Writing things down can be a great release and a great stress reducer. And even if you're not a writer, just jotting or drawing or creating some kind of journal to express yourself can be a great strategy as well. So journaling. Practicing gratitude is a great exercise to reduce stress as well. Thinking about what you're grateful for and extending gratefulness to other people can be a nice way to relax and bring some comfort to yourself. So try practicing gratitude. Be in the present moment. Mindfulness meditation, if you've ever practiced yoga, or just thinking about here and now versus what you have to do later or what happened in the past. So just spend some time being in the present moment, and sometimes practicing mindfulness can be a great help to you as well. Staying connected to others is a great tool as well. Throughout all this quarantining and e-learning and being at home, it can get very isolating and lonely. So get out, get off your screens, get off the social media, and connect with others in person. It can be great medicine. And lastly, get enough sleep. I can't stress enough how important that is. If you do nothing else, focus on getting enough sleep. It's the best help to you for restoring your body, restoring your mind, restoring your emotions, and just feeling great the next day. So if you do nothing else, really focus on getting enough sleep.
So, Westfield Middle School, we kind of made it around the building today. You know that we're coming back on
April 28th.
And it's going to be a building that's ready for you. There will be some changes. There will be some things that maybe make us anxious, some things that maybe we're starting to be concerned about. Don't forget the tips that Mr. Spinner shared with you, because those are great tips that will be able to help you kind of navigate the last few weeks of school. We look forward to seeing you.
That's all of our announcements. It's a great day to be a Shamrock.